on your attack rate. Well, that's kind of what you want. It just buys you some time if there's some kind of situation. Okay? All this stuff does, like say, is buy you time. It's just something to do to kind of make them so they have to like rethink what they're going to do. They're going to have to stop and reset. And then we're going to, after that, we're going to go to a moving twice concept, because that's a big deal as far as defending yourselves. Thanks, sir. Okay, now, for self-defense, the best angle to contact someone, if you can, is 90 degrees. That sounds weird, and you have to move a little farther, but it's 90 degrees. In the Kempo that we do, you'll notice when you initiate a technique, usually you're lining up 45 degrees to the opponent, which is fine for what you want to do. But now the challenge is step to a 90. That's going to change a little bit of the beginning of the technique, but in order for them to move to you, they're going to make it a 45 because they're going to turn towards you. They make it 45 for you, and they're moving forward, so that would be the time to make any kind of strikes. They're kind of in a position of acceptance of the move because they're not expecting what you're doing, they're actually moving towards you, okay? Case in point, Mr. Martinez. Yeah. As he punches, see what I did here? I'm at a 90 degree to him. This alone took a lot of the cancel out of that, okay? Put the cancel in there, okay? This hand is low, it can't be high, because right here, the next punch comes, look, it's right there. All I do is move my hips, I do step. Okay? Look where this punch is, where this hand is here, next punch comes in. I can take it on the outside, or I can take it on the inside. This position here, you got to do some movement because you're staring the cannon right now, because then he's set up in a position to get you. In a move here, I'm going to immediately want to attack this side of the body to stop that from going. So I'm always going to take my diagonal and go right in this way. And I'm not going straight in, okay, like sometimes I'm taking the diagonal, which is cutting that circle. So I'm right in there. And he's actually going to help you strike him because you're going to do that right when he starts to blast with his hand. And so he's going to be shocked when the body motion doesn't come forward. Okay? 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 No, it's me. What I'm going to do here is I want to make sure that blast happens right when he moves. So see, he moves like right into it. And then it becomes, I'm not really striking, my hands in one place, I just shifted my body. Okay, he runs into it, he kind of strikes himself. And of course from here you have whatever you want to do from there. Okay? Now think of that for positional. Just play with the opponent and see what motions happen. I'm going to challenge you to always try to throw 2 punches, because on the streets that's usually what's going to happen, 2 attacks. And block your first attack, which is easy. Anybody who does martial arts probably can do that. The problem then becomes the second attack. So play with angles based on what I gave you already, and then what you come up with yourself to cancel out the other side. I will say this though, since bodies are symmetrical, if this hand is forward, my next attack is always going to be on this side, but I want to stop it from rotating, so I'm going to come straight in. And that's going to lock the body in that position. Yeah. You can do a lot of stuff. Okay, so just play with that. Okay? Play with the motion. Different partner, please. Yes, sir.
If I go, oh, then I go.
How you guys doing, okay? Let's see why. Back in line, everybody, please.
Billy, what's up, man? What's up?
I don't know if any of you relate to this or not, but ideally the strongest your body is in your position of strength, right? Kind of in front of your torso like this, and about a frame like this, okay? So if you notice when I did the motions, I kept everything pretty much here because I'm strongest. Same thing like with the block, okay? Who haven't I killed? Oh, the new black belt, come on over. I just want you to throw a block and hold it.
I'm sorry, what do you want me to
Just
do?
throw a block and inward block. Just throw a block and hold it. Okay. See his position now. His block. This is over his knee. Okay. Now this is. Good. You know why that worked like that? Because it was over his knee. If your elbow is at all on the outside, you no longer have that center. And ideally, if you block and have it just to the inside of the knee, that's the strongest because now you have your block in the center where it's strongest. Okay? So, don't necessarily change your techniques to shadow this. A lot of it will work with anyway. All you do is just shift. Now, a lot of times you can say, like, someone has a lock, and what if I can't have it in my center? You lock. Well, I can't control what he does there, but I'm strong here. I can't pull him over to there, so I do this. So now I'm in where I'm having fun, right? And a lot of times also, put the lock on, put it on kind of like. A lot of times also when you make this little shift, it's going to change the angle that the lock is creating, the pain on the hole. And I do this and the lock changes, feel it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All I do is a slight shift, and again, it's right in my center. Okay, didn't do much at all. Didn't move very much, okay? So now, practice with a partner. Just look at the differences between if your block, if your elbow is outside of your knee or inside. You see the difference in how much power you have. And then think about when you see me do stuff, I'm always here. I'm always right in my center. And if I can't be in my center, I move my center a little bit. Because sometimes you can't control how an opponent's going to do it. Sometimes I have to, rather than bringing the mountain to Muhammad, you have to bring Muhammad to the mountain. Okay? So I would just shift so my center was where it needed to be. And you can do that. Same thing as over here. If he's holding me here where I'm weak, see my elbows on the outside of my knee. Boom! Change the whole thing. The whole structure's different now. Now it's stronger, it's on the inside. Now I can just take a little check step or a little slide. Play with that. Thank you, sir. How's everything? That's what I heard. You're going to try this. Wait, look at Right, yeah, because you're not in your not center. You're not center. Like when you punch, you're very But even me when I punch, I'll never go. This will be a spot if I need to hit it with that. Because once it goes any farther out than this, it's a smart habit. I don't want to go any farther out than this if I feel it. I'm going to do that while I was moving, but I will make sure that if I was snapping it, I start close to the reach. Pull yourself back for a Isn't that amazing? I love So you can think about that when you use techniques. And sometimes all it is, like I say, if you do your technique like this, I'm on the inside because I naturally do that. Some techniques are like this. Now look, see, it's not in the place where it's just all I do is this little shit. Now it's on the inside. The outward block is the one I've got on the inside. See, when he's there, go ahead and start right here. When I apply the outward block, I shift it. So it's in this position. I'm strong here. See, my elbows don't close to my center. Here, I pull back. Pull back. Yeah, you're stronger. If you're stronger. So when you do your outward block, it's like this. But then it has to come all the way back. That's basically how it works. Like this, I stepped off and raised my hand. That's the problem we're asking. Well, he makes the 45. He cuts it in half here. It's 90 at first, so that means he has to turn. He's going to take it to the Actually, I don't need a paper. This concept is called the leading factor. He's the perfect example of right there. You come right up and you take that stance right there. See, that's kind of natural, right? And a lot of people do that. I mean, very rarely, except in the services, anyone standing out there, their weight is 50-50, you know, usually you're, okay? Now, if I was going to attack him without him knowing it, your weight is back. So how are you going to move to defend? You can exactly, right? Because the weight's not on. So you can do that. And you can even augment that by, I'm here. See how I'm positioned? Quarter punch and just hold it in my face. That's where his target is. This is my position. Okay? So from this position here, all I have to do is go ahead, raise my hands and shift. And it's right there. I don't even really have to block because where he was punching is not where my head really is going to be. That's not where I was centered up there. Okay? So that's just leading. And you can set people up by leading. You can, let me grab something else. I'll take Jeff.
Yeah, of course you will.
I'm here. I have to go this way. Now, if I choose to go the other way, I can, but it's going to take twice as long, so I'm going to have to do this first. Yes. Okay? if they catch you unawares, which sometimes they do, and you can't set up which technique you're going to do. I remember at the beginning I always used to do that. Okay, there's a right punch, do this, and there's that. Well, you already hit 5 times by the time you figure out which technique you're going to use. When he throws whatever, you don't know what's coming. Okay? My center is here. As he goes to throw, all I do is raise it up. See, now he's in that nice comfortable position. He goes to throw the next one. I slid up. Yeah, that's the idea. See, what it did basically, it moves him off, so the other hand is basically checked. Okay? But I could do also, see, I'm leading. This is his target. This is my center. So all I do is move, lift my hand up, it creates a natural block. And where I'm in position here to, I would shift my center. This is where I'm strongest. That's what I would manipulate. Okay? I wouldn't try to keep doing this. I'm moving in here, but that's where I'm strong. Okay? So think of that. You can set someone up with how you position your body. You can do it subtly. If he attacks, he's going to aim for the target. Now, somebody drunk might hit you by accident, but it probably isn't on purpose. Hopefully. Yeah, so their target is set. All you have to do is just raise your arm up and shift. And I've made that block, and I escape like that. Okay? Grab a partner and play with that, please. Yes, sir. I mean, this just rotates. Yes, you'd have to probably change it what you did. You would have to be more aggressive when you're moving. If I'm leading here. What's that?